Welcome to the final part of the 6th Sittingbourne and Kemsley Light Railway podcast. We have now arrived back at Milton Regis Halt. Before I say goodbye, it's time for Onward Connections and a spot of admin. For Onward Connections,
Hey, is something wrong? Oh, your model train magazine. It isn't here again. Say, have you heard of Model Railroad Hobbyist magazine? The new electronic magazine? No. Model Railroad Hobbyist isn't a print magazine. Instead, you download it into your computer over the internet. No more waiting for the post office. Doesn't that sound good? No more walks to the mailbox? And Model Railroad Hobbyist is free. What do you think of that? Just surf over to the modelrailroadhobbyist.com website to get each free issue.
in this part of the programme, I introduce you to other podcasts I'm listening to. This one's a bit different. It's a multimedia marvel. It's the Model Railroad Hobbyist magazine. What's special about this magazine is that it's a free monthly 100+ page digital magazine, and as such includes embedded video clips and links to advertisers. Even though this is a US-based magazine, contributors are from across the world, and many of the articles and features are inspiring. Scenery, false perspective, modelling water and so on are pretty universal subjects and captivating for all modellers. In this month's edition, there's the marvellous Lone Pine and Tonopah layout by Kermit Paul, which is illustrated with great photos, track diagram and video. Joe Fugate is the mastermind behind Model Railroad Hobbyist magazine, and he's very savvy when it comes to the internet and promotion. There's an audio podcast to accompany the magazine, and it's widely advertised, particularly on other podcasts, the Scotty Mason Show and the Model Railcast Show. In fact, Ryan Anderson of the Model Railcast Show is often co-host to regular host Paul Gillette. Both the magazine and podcast are absolutely superb, and being free puts it in everyone's price range. The magazine first appeared in 2009 with 4 quarterly editions. Then in 2010 it went bi-monthly, and this year it's gone monthly and is still free. This is achieved by advertising, and Joe and his team have developed an excellent way of proving that the advertising is working. It's not just click-through ads from the magazine, but you can also drag a sponsor's logo to your web browser. This bookmarks it, but also provides the vendor with notification that you got their info from Model Railroad Hobbyist every time you use it. It's that simple, and that's what's paying for the magazine.
You're not looking for the next issue of Model Railroad Hobbyist magazine, are you? You won't find it there. Remember, Model Railroad Hobbyist is delivered direct to your computer over the internet. No more hiking to your mailbox to see if the next issue is here yet. Hey, you off to your computer now? Cool. Just go to model-railroad-hobbyist.com. Click the free download. Save link as. In a few minutes, your issue of Model Railroad Hobbyist will be ready for viewing.
Now for a spot of admin. Thank you for watching the 6th Sittingbourne and Kemsley Light Railway podcast, released in short parts over 6 or 7 weeks in February and March 2011. The podcast can be viewed or downloaded from a number of sources. iTunes, search for Sittingbourne and you'll find it in the list. YouTube is www.youtube.com/Stopham. BritishRailways.tv, RailwayWorld.tv, RailwayForum.tv, the podcast blog, http://stopham.libsyn.com, and of course there's Facebook, although this is the only one that doesn't give me any viewing figures. As always, please leave feedback, whether it's a thumbs up or a thumbs down, or some text. You could always email me at stopham@stopham.net. I've had lots of great feedback on this podcast, and I'm glad you're really enjoying it. Don't forget to watch to the end of this part, because there's a sneak preview of the next podcast. Now I'd like to move on to the railway. You can find out more information about the Sittingbourne and Kemsley Light Railway by visiting www.sklr.net, or by calling 01795 424 899. The Fighting Fund still needs cash to pay legal bills caused by our forced closure in 2008. We'll be reopening this year. More information in the next podcast. In the meantime, if you can spare a little cash, please visit www.justgiving.com/SKLR and make a donation. UK taxpayers should also be able to gift aid their donation, which means we don't get taxed on it. A picture of the day can be seen at www.stopham.net, or receive it as a tweet on Twitter, www.twitter.com/S, lowercase and, capital K, capital L, capital R, or search for at capital S, lowercase a and d, capital K, capital L, capital R from your Twitter feed. The Facebook group is the place to be for the latest information, www.facebook.com, and search for Sittingbourne and Kemsley Light Railway. I will publish all these links in a PDF and post them to www.stopham.net, so you don't have to write them down. And that's that for podcast 6. Thanks again to everyone who's provided feedback and to those who have appeared in the podcast or helped me produce it. Especially all the working members who put up with me pointing a video camera at them whilst they're working. I do work too, I promise. Until next time, goodbye.